Hey friends, this is Dana. I'm a little crooked, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so this is the deal. I made this journal. If you look, there is a really super long flip through. There's a super long, I think it's half an hour, 20 minutes, flip through of everything in the book in my other videos, and I'll even put a link in there. But I made this journal. It's a Steampunk Jane Austen mashup journal, and my son qualified for the World Robotics Competition. I'm trying to help him raise money. He's actually already there. The competition has started and he is there. And some people have offered to help pay his way, but I feel like as his mother, I should support him. He needs to earn $1,000 to pay for the whole trip. We live in Washington State and the competition is in Houston, Texas. They are asking that each person in the club earn $1,000 to put towards the whole competition. So I'm trying to do that. So this is my Steampunk Jane Austen journal that I made. If you've seen the other video, you know that it's not perfect, but it comes apart. This is a mini journal. There is one page in here that I wrote on because I wrote Jane, let me see if I can find the page. It's in here somewhere. There is a page, I know. There it is. It's this is a kind of how I envision this whole book to be. It's an excerpt from one of Jane Austen's books. I believe it's Northanger Abbey, which I should probably put right here. And I will to read. I am afraid you are growing quite a fine lady. Your head runs too much upon Bath. But there is time for everything, a time for balls and plays, a time for work, and now you must try to be useful. It is time to oil the clockwork butler. You know how hard the rain is on his works, and I do need the poor thing so. So my whole vision for this was a Jane Austen. What if Jane Austen lived in a steampunk world? It is packed with Jane Austen papers from different downloads off of Etsy, as well as steampunk papers, as well as a mashup where I took steampunk papers and Jane Austen papers and collaged them together. I'm taking this part here, this book unties and comes out. So I am awkwardly auctioning this book off. In the Junk Journal Junkies boutique, there is a thread. The highest bid so far is $50, but to be honest, I'm trying to get as much as I can, and I'll sell. If all I get is $50, it's going for $50. But I'm trying to get as much as I can to support my son's team. These come out. They could be glued in, but they also come out to tie in that other small book. Let's see. This is a flip. There's a flip here. This comes undone. These open. These flip out. This book has lots of flips. Lots of this is a mini Jane book right here. Lots of tucks, lots of pockets. It is absolutely as packed as I could possibly make it to pack. There's metal pieces, envelopes, things that I printed up and distressed. This is a letter that Jane Austen wrote to her sister. All the way down to until here, it is her writing. But then when you get to the part that talks about Edward needing a steampunk mask to better see his enemies, you might know, and also I think there's some misspelling in there, you might realize that that was not actually Jane Austen. let's see. So, oh yeah, back to the 4-H. So my son, they went to finals, and he said, well, Mom, we might need to earn money for the world's competition. And I said, that's just when? And he's like, oh, it's at the end of the month. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. But some people decided to help him out to go, which was really wonderful. But as his mom, I'm feeling obligated to kind of contribute to that $1,000. So this is a chatelaine, or an equipage, or else a watch fob, and it comes out completely and it hooks in. Ladies of the day often had very pretty little things with keys and things on, and so of course this would have to. There's a pocket here, a pocket here. This buckles in and it comes out. All of this comes out, and well, maybe I should show it. This is quite big. Distressed, painted. So this unties, that comes out, flips up. This is a pull out. This unfolds. You have to do it just right. Unfolds, da da da. This book must be 2 feet long. Just so you know. But I had to unfold all of that so that I could, and there's all kinds of stuff in this side, but I wanted to be able to show you this because there's one more removable book here. This is a completely removable book with quite a bit of decoupage. And I imagined that this would say something like Mother's Family, because, you know, Jane Austen, in a lot of her books, she had some really colorful and unique characters. And I thought maybe there should be a mini book in here with colorful and unique character ideas. So what if Jane lived in a steampunk world? Somebody needs to write that book. So there's also a pocket down here. I want to show you, I'm going to... oh, wait, there's a, on the back of the book, there's a pocket, and this is leather, and part of the spine is reinforced with real leather. It's leather scraps that you can get from Joann's, so... yeah, if you want to look at a full flip through and see more of all the pullouts and everything, you can see that in my in the other video. So like I said, I'm trying to earn as much as I can to support my son. And when I made this, I had a lot of starts and stops, and so I have printouts that I didn't finish distressing, and things that I had planned to use but didn't use, stuff that I had paid for, and put coffee dyed paper on but didn't fit in the journal, and that's not it all. That is not all. I have some other bits and pieces that I'm probably also going to add in. These are pockets that I had thought I would put in, like here's a tuck, and here's a tuck, here's a tuck, and here's a tuck, and here's a tuck, and this flips up, and here's a tuck, and I was going to put that in that other book, but things were getting too fat. You know how they get. So this would go in there too. It's got 2 little, I can't remember what those are called, but I was going to dangle things off of those. And yes, I know I could eventually use these in another journal, but, you know, if I can crash the stash and support my son and make somebody feel like they got something amazing, that would just be really cool. I'm going through this box of stuff that I have. I can't even begin to tell you how many things, look, I printed up, and bits and pieces that I have left over. There are some papers. I'm looking for the papers. Here are some papers. I have the rest of this Stampers Clockwise scrapbooking, which I used in the kit. I believe I am going to send this. Okay, well, how about I do this? If I can get, right now the bidding is at $50. If I can get $100 bid, the rest of this will go. That will go. Come on, people. This is for STEM and all of that, and it's all 4-H-y goodness, and you know you want this. You know you want this, right? Let's see, what else can I throw in? I'm pulling things out of a box, because literally I printed up, isn't this cool page? This is a really neat kit. I should probably link to that kit. I printed up so much stuff. Here's an envelope that didn't get used. Here is part of this moves. That can go. This is an unfinished. You're not going to know what to do with that. What is that? Okay, this definitely can go. I got so many bits and pieces. Tim Holtz can go. All this stuff to support my son. Oh, my son is, let me tell you about my boy. He is 16. And a year ago, I never would have thought that he would be at a competition like this. It's just amazing to me that God has done a work in his life. That's all I got to say. That this has happened, that he is away from home, that he's happy, that he's secure, that he wants to be away from home. Oh, these can go. These are cards that I was going to use, and I could still probably use in a Jane Austen journal, but who knows, it may be forever. These are on, this is the good cardstock. This is the Red River 5x7 photo paper. So those are on that. That would go. That could go. That's Tsunami Rose. Here's some Tim Holtz. So I'm going to put lots of extras in the kit in whoever buys this. So this is the thing. If you want this, you don't have a lot of time, okay? This is for sale now, and I need to get the money to them as soon as possible. Like I said, they are at the competition. So the money they are using now to pay for stuff is coming out of next year's budget and yada. I don't know how it works, but so if you want this, it's going to be for sale. It is up for sale to the highest donator or bidder until tomorrow, I think at 10 a.m. Now, I posted in Junk Journal Junkies in the boutique, and somebody there has bid $50, which is fantastic. If that's the only person who bids, that person is getting this. What was I saying? So if you comment over here and say, hey, I want it, and I'll give you 75 or I'll give you 60 or whatever, I'll transfer that number over to the boutique if you're not a member of the boutique and say, okay, somebody over there has bid 65, next bidder. Yeah, I'll keep track is what I'm saying. So if you're not a member of the Junk Journal Junkies boutique group, you can bid here in the comments, or you can private message me on YouTube if you don't want anybody knowing, you know. And I will keep track I'm going to be hypersensitive to this, obviously, over the next 24 hours, except maybe from, I don't know, when will I sleep? Maybe from 11 till 4 usually. So, what's the other thing? So the deal is you would be paying the money that you wanted for the winner would be paying the money to prove that I'm doing this really for STEM and for 4-H and for my kid. There's a link, and you'll pay the money for the journal directly to that link, and then shipping. So whatever the shipping is, I said about $15. If it's less, I will credit you, but you could give me $16 to my PayPal me, or $15 to my PayPal me for the shipping, and then I'll ship it to you. So the money for that. Why am I not doing this on Etsy? Because if I got $100 for this on Etsy or on eBay, not Etsy, eBay, live people. If I got $100 for this on eBay, eBay's going to want their cut, their 10 or 20% or whatever, and it wouldn't be $100 to the kids, and to my son, and to the whole robotics thing. It would be $90, and I don't want to do that. That's not That's not the best use of money. So for me, like if somebody only bid, and I don't know, in 24 hours or 2 days or whatever, I may not get any bids on eBay because nobody knows me. So that's the deal, people. I'm trying to earn some money for my kid and to do his thing and to be a supportive parent, because obviously I spend too much money on craft supplies. Right? Can I get an amen? Who else is that way? Come on. I'm not the only one, right? I'm not the only one who puts peanut butter on styrofoam and calls it bread so that you can buy more paint. Okay, no, I don't do that. That's an old joke. Thanks for watching. Be blessed, and I'll put some more links, information links, down in the comment box. Not comment box, information box, description box. That's what that's called.